hood on. There we go. You can see the hood right now. And yes, welcome back to the city again. Um, yeah, guys, there we are. There we go. We're back in the map. Back in the map of Los Ashleys, which it's getting very close to being 2 years old. It's very, very close. I don't know what I'm gonna do this time when it's 2 years. When it was a year old, we did like a little video with like loads of screenshots of the old buildings. But I factory reset my PS4 since then, so I don't have like all the screenshots that I had before. So we kind of like can't get screenshots of what things used to look like. So I'm not really sure what to do, if I'm honest with you. I've been thinking of one or two things. I've been thinking about maybe in doing something into network radio about this, maybe getting like some of the main helpers on the map, just like in for a little interview type thing. Just ask them like like how the process has been about the map and just reminiscing and talking about the map, but. Other than that, I've not really come up with any like 2 year anniversary ideas. And the thing is, it's only like 5, 6 weeks away from actually being 2 years old. And let's be honest, guys, these weeks just fly by nowadays. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, we're already Monday night of this week, so once we get Monday over, the week's just going to shoot by, and then that's another week gone. Then you've got Christmas and New Year, and then after that you're into January, and to be fair, like, there's only about 2, 3 weeks into January before we actually celebrate the 2 year anniversary, so we've got to kind of come up with something pretty quick, or let's just say as quick as we can. But I'm not exactly sure what you would call how easy it's going to be to do. We're going to have to we're going to have to do a little bit of thinking here, aren't we, as to something we can do. But yeah, I still can't believe it's nearly been 2 years since, we began processing this map. Like this time 2 years ago, there wasn't even a map. Like, this thing didn't even exist. It wouldn't have even have been a created world. So it's kind of weird that, like, since, like, creating that world and putting the name in of the world, that it's come, like, so far along, and that we're still here now. We're still clicking on the world and logging into it and looking around all the buildings and and stuff like that. So I've got some updates to give you about network radio. Network radio. We've come up with some ideas for some new shows that we can do on network radio. As of at the moment, it's just me and Harrison. So like there will be some shows where like it's just me, some shows even where it's just Harrison, and we don't have anyone else for network radio yet. The thing is I don't want to get too many people, because the thing with that is you can't always get everybody to be reliable. To say like, for example, like say like if someone said like, oh, can I have a weekly show? The thing is they might not be liable to be able to like do that show like practically every week, if that makes sense. Like they'd probably do the first show, and then by like by the time it came round for the second show, they'd be kind of saying like, oh, I can't make it this week, I'm not going to be able to do one today. And the thing like about me is that with the Harrison and Noble show, like if Harrison doesn't make an episode, I can still do an episode. So like that doesn't completely rule out the show. And then Harrison is bargaining on to do his sports talk show. That's gone ahead and been sort of finalised. We're not sure for days, by the way, guys. There's no specific days. In other words, it's what days we can make personally. In terms of like when these shows go live. So like we'll do a Harrison and Noble show, then we'll more than likely like next time we do one, then it'd be like a sports talk or something like that. And do you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So like, if there's a day what say Harrison can't make, then we just wait till the next day. Like, there's no actual like schedule or time to get these shows out. We just do them when we're able to do them. But we have a Facebook page now for Network Radio. Just type in Network Radio on the web. The purpose of the Facebook page is you can find out like updates and info about when we're going to be going live, and we also just share like normal videos from Facebook. You know, like typically to do with music and stuff like that. You know, like there's some good like Facebook like pages out there, like the DJ Bible, and they share like funny pictures and funny posts and videos. About stuff that's, about stuff to do with like music and DJing, and we also share like events as well. So like if any of you guys are thinking about heading to like a rave anywhere, or we'll share it, and then you can see that event. Same with like new albums that are coming out. We'll share like the videos for the adverts of the new albums. Just makes it a little easier, and that's pretty much all the Facebook page is there for. And then of course, like if there's anything that you want to do, anything you want to like ask us about, or if you've got anything like coming up, then you can go ahead and you can message us through the page pretty much. Is that Harmon? Yes, it is. Goodbye. I wanted to get rid of him. The Harrison and Noble show has only had 2 episodes, and it's already got a real sponsor. That is correct, guys. We're actually sponsored by SGS Clothing, and they're releasing some new merchandise in January, January the 6th to the exact. And I'll mention it in like every live stream and probably most like videos apart from Park Drive, because they're releasing this new merch, and they've kindly like offered to sponsor our radio show, which is quite good. Anyway, I've been looking into this radio show thing a little bit more, because I heard like mixed theories about licensing and stuff like that. And as of from what I can see, as long as I don't play anything as long as I don't play like anything copyrighted or anything like that, I should be good. Like if we're just talking about general news and playing non-copyrighted songs, I don't think we're gonna have an issue. Like it is a radio station, but it's kind of not. So it's not like an actual like real radio station. Like it kind of is just a series on YouTube that is kind of acted out like a radio station. But if network radio did, as a matter of fact, like grow to a decent size, because believe you and me, it's doing a lot more like better than I ever expected, then I actually may think about getting an actual license for it, and it actually may end up being moved off of YouTube and being put onto like a real website, and actually like looking into like actually making it an official real radio station, where like we have like actual different hosts and shows, and like actually getting like real news reporters and stuff like that. But as of for right now, which that might not ever even happen, it's just it's just an idea, because we're doing quite well on views, but other than that, it's just a little like it's kind of like we are putting effort into it, but at the same time it is still just a YouTube series. So like as long as we don't play anything really copyrighted, we're not gonna get done for not having a license, if that makes sense, because it's just a thing on YouTube. Whereas if we were like doing it to like proper like online radio website or something, and we were playing music what didn't what was copyrighted and stuff like that, we would probably then get done. Hi Dylan, welcome. But if we were to get done on YouTube, it would only be for playing a copyrighted song in the video. It wouldn't, do you know what I'm saying? So we're all good on that front. Like You know, like, but you've got to think of these things. Like, I never thought of it before we started network radio. Just did a show, never thought that there could be something to do with licensing. So, you know, and kind of, you know, made me more aware to think of these things. Because, you know, if we had been caught, they could have been bad. You know, we could have ended up paying something like, or being fined, like, do you know what I'm saying? So it's always best to be safe as sorry, as the actress said to the bishop. And yeah, hopefully we should be all good.
Best to be sorry.
So yeah, pretty good. So when is the next network radio show? Well, I'm not really sure, to be honest, because I'm thinking about doing my new show, Blast of the Past, on Friday. If you don't know what that is, pretty much I'm just going to take you back in time to a load of, like, classics. Hopefully, like, I don't get copyrighted for it, but I'm going to, like, look into it a little more. I'm not just going to, obviously, do it and... Do you know what I mean? But we're going to go back to some, like, old ancient records. And when I say, like, classics, I don't mean like a song from 2005 or a song from 2010. I'm meaning like a song from, like, the early 90s, late 80s. Like, I'm talking, like, before, like, CDs and things came out, like, songs that were, like, on vinyl and stuff like that. Like, the proper, like, classic stuff. And we're just going to pretty much go through them. So I will just say now in the stream, it's different to the Harrison and Noble show. So, like, don't think it's going to work the same as the Harrison and Noble show. I probably won't be reading comments as much on the Blast of the Past. And, you know, like, asking me stuff about, like, you know, my Minecraft world and stuff like that on Blast of the Past. You know, the chances are I'm probably not going to answer it because it's all about mainly just playing the classical music, and do you know what I mean? And having a little bit of a look like that. As of the news updates and the weather, I'm not entirely sure whether I'll be doing the news and the weather on that. I might just make the classic night a no advert / no news round night. You know, and same with, like, the sports talk as well. There'll probably be adverts in that, but there probably won't be a news round in that. It'll just be all about the sport. So the Harrison and Noble show is the one where we more for giving out the news. But if there's any of you guys what would like to be a part of network radio, then just drop me a message on the Facebook page. But if you are thinking about having a show, then you've got to be a lot more regular to be able to come online and maintain your show. Now, it's a lot more, like, the rules are a lot more harder than Park Drive. Like, if you can't make an episode 1 week, it's not as bad as not making a network radio show. Like, obviously, I understand people can't do it all the time, but you've got to make, like, a network radio show a lot more than you've got to make a Park Drive show. So I will just obviously put that into mind state. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the ITV News wouldn't obviously, you know, wouldn't stop their show because a person who's hosting it has to be up early the next day. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not being harsh to any of you guys, but it's kind of true, isn't it? Like, oh, we won't put the news on tonight on TV because the producer's got to be up early tomorrow and he wants to get an early night. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know, like, in a real news, like, if a person couldn't make it, they'd have a fill-in person, someone who would do it instead just for that one day. But you've got to take into account that we're only small. We don't have tons of people to be as, like, filler people who can, like, do something when someone else can't do something. So, you know, like, I'm not saying, you know, I'm not trying to put you guys off joining or anything, but you just got to bear that into mind, because a lot of people, like, have these great ideas to, like, join things of mine and do all this and that, and then they do, like, one episode, and then for some reason, like, they seem to always, like, not want to do it, if that makes sense. Like something puts them off or something, but the thing is they don't say, like, that something's putting them off. They just make out, like, you know, like, oh, that was sick, I want to do more of them, but then they don't do more of them. It's kind of like they're scared to tell me that they don't want to do it, if that makes sense. When, to be honest with you, I'm not, you know, I wouldn't be really fussed at the end of the day, but, you know. So yeah, so Blast to the Past will more than likely be like Friday, but I can't tell you that it'll be every Friday. It might even be on a Saturday sometimes. It won't be this Saturday because I won't be here on Saturday. I'm actually going to a rave in Hull, so I won't be here on the Saturday to do that. So that's like the main reason why I'm probably going to do it Friday this week, and apart from that, you know, we should be all good in the hood. Sports talk, I'm not really sure. We'll have to like find a day that'll fit with Harrison for that, as to when he can come on and make an episode of that. You know. Well, kid. Well, oh, Wolf, would you be in another Minecraft show? I don't think I'd really have time, to be honest, Wolf. The thing is, I'd like to, but I'm quite like, now I'm doing these network radio shows as well. It's like on the days that there isn't a part drive, we're doing a network radio show most of the time, which, you know, I don't think typically we're doing one today, but what I'm saying is like, I can't promise that I would be able to like regular make like episodes of like if you were doing a show, for example. Ash, how do Ash, you know the Quartz Sports show I did got like 60 views. Yeah, I do actually. Well, I hadn't checked it for a while, but I know last time I checked it, it was on like quite a decent amount of views. That was actually quite good, but I'm saying like it would probably get more views if we did like if it was doing like the real views. Is what you said true? Someone made a terrible version of your show. Yeah, like a year ago. Like a year ago, I was friends with a couple of people, and what happened is we started a show. Like it's where NTV like all started off. It's like not you, Ant. It's like where NTV all started off.
No, I'm not on about that. I'm on about something else.
Oh, yeah, it's where NTV like began, and we were building. I'll tell you the story. We were building a TV studio in this world, and we decorated like
I'm back now, Will.
like a mini games room, like a what you call it, like a you know like a game show, like a TV game show, and pretty much I come up with the idea that we should actually record a game show, like video, but edit it like a TV show. So you have like some advert breaks, you have a little intro to the show, and this guy wanted to host it.
Got the little hats.
And pretty much what went down is he hosted one episode, and then when it came to like doing the next show, he basically said that he didn't want to do it and he couldn't make it. So I pretty much suggested, you know, I've got someone else here who's willing to take your place and do it if you don't want to do today's episode. And he took it like really offensively and thought that I was replacing him, and then he was going on about that he could copyright me because it was his idea, it was his show. So pretty much what happened is he wanted to take it onto his own channel, what they were making, called DTV at the time. And pretty much build an SGS clothing store. Yeah, I might do. And pretty much they made their own channel to try and do like a similar thing to me, and they wanted to get this like show on there, and they basically just like started doing like a crapper version of what I was doing, but on purpose to take the mick out of me. Like sometimes I like same as I do in Part Drive, like I'd put voices on for like different shows and just like filler in people, and they were like doing the same thing but doing it to try and take the piss out of me. what's it called? It's not a channel anymore. It's like everything got sorted. It all got like fixed up, and it all got like, like we're back friends again now. We're civil. We don't fall out anymore. There's no such thing as that channel anymore. Actually, I think there is, but I think it's under a new name. I think it's called like TWF or something like that, and they do something to do with wrestling on there now. But I've been on that channel prior to this, and there's no like, do you know what I mean? Good PD ep yesterday. Hey Martin, I tell you what, it was a good ep as well. But I tell you one thing, it's the shortest PD episode we've done in like possibly since like the very early episodes. I'm telling you, like, because someone commented in the stream yesterday and said, you should put more advert breaks into the advert of PD, and I said like I would do that, but like, the shows as it is are already like 40 minutes long sometimes, for 36 minutes. So he said, well, why don't we make like shorter scenes? Like, for example, there was a scene the other episode where I was talking to Harrison, and we had a conversation for 4 minutes. So he hinted that we should just like make the scenes a little bit shorter. In other words, like get more to the point instead of like dragging out a long conversation. So prior to that, the PD what we recorded yesterday is actually a lot shorter than any of the other PDs, like since the very beginning of PD. And by that I mean, like, with me adding a few more advert breaks, it was like 22, 23 minutes long. So it's still a good episode, but it gets more to the point rather than having these like long 4-minute conversations. It gets more to the point. Like, for example, like in one of the scenes where there was talking, there wasn't as much talking before the main part of the scene actually happened, which I'm sure you'll the main part of the episode I'm talking about, Martin, without hinting it. But the bit before the main part happened, do you know what I mean? Like there was a conversation first, and that conversation wasn't like a 4-minute conversation. So yeah, it definitely, do you know what I mean? It definitely worked a lot better. Definitely. But yeah, I was surprised that it was as short as it was, but it definitely felt short. But you know, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Oh no, that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. So yeah, Martin, it was a very short episode, but it was still a good episode, and I'm looking forward to filming on Tuesday. Which is, going to be pretty cool as well. Looking forward to filming on Tuesday, because we've got good plans. Like, I like it because we have a plan, and we stuck to our plan, and it worked. Like, what we did worked. Do you know what I mean? But I think another thing as well is we weren't under pressure to get the episode up. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're not uploading it till next week. So like, if we did a scene wrong, it was just like, oh well, we'll do it again. Not like, oh come on, I need to get this uploaded. Stop messing about. And the thing was, there was no messing about. We all got on and got our scenes done. I know there wasn't many of us, but like what we needed to do, we got on and did them. There was no like people giddying about, and people like throwing potions before starting a scene, or like purposely going like uninvisible halfway through a scene so we have to do it all over again, or muting and unmuting the mic and making like stupid noises. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we just got the episode done. we got our scenes done, we got down to serious business, but we weren't miserable. We still enjoyed doing the episode. You know? So yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's. It's definitely going to be good. Is tomorrow's.
Really, was that 9,000?
Yeah.
No. What?
Just placing a bit more snow down, Martin, you know. I'm going to build a nightclub in my world. I have a nightclub in my world. It's not like, well, we've got two nightclubs. One was built by Ant, the other was built by me. One of the nightclubs, the one which Ant built. If you aren't like me and Ant, then you won't know what that nightclub is. Like, you won't know, like, because it's not just any old nightclub. It's to do, like, do you know what I mean? Are we doing a New Year's special? I was thinking about it, Martin, but there isn't going to be a lot of time in between the Christmas and the New Year, because the thing is the people who are like you, who are in Park Drive, and me, obviously want to enjoy our Christmas as well. But the thing is, because you've got do you know what I mean, like Christmas Day, Boxing Day, Christmas Eve. Like, for example, like if we say like then took them days after to film like a New Year's Eve and a New Year's Day, we're not gonna really have any episodes in between in between Christmas and New Year, if that makes sense. But then if we recorded a normal episode first, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of like we could potentially do a New Year's special like just after Christmas, like in between Christmas and New Year. But like I'm saying, like in terms of episode uploads, you'd have like Park Drive Christmas Day. Then the next episode would technically be Park Drive New Year's Eve. There would Boxing Day rather, and then the next episode would be Park Drive New Year. So you wouldn't have like any sort of episodes in between, like New Year, Christmas and New Year, if that makes sense. Which, in my opinion, like in terms of watching episode time, it'd be like, yeah, potentially, I would like to do a New Year's special, but, you know, but yeah, I'm going to a rave on Saturday. I'm going to DJ Cammy again. I went to see him a couple of like months ago when he came to Hull, and he's coming back for a Christmas special. But also the other reason why I'm going as well is because it's the time for me to see my mum over Christmas. So in other words, like I'm having two Christmas days instead of a Christmas Eve, because I'm going to my mum's the day before Christmas Eve, which is like Christmas Eve for me and her, and then the real Christmas Eve is like the time where I'm gonna give her presents from me and stuff like that, and we're gonna have a little bit of a like Christmas time together, and then I come back home here to have the real Christmas. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm planning my own show, and I'm gonna start a world Who Wants to Help. If I get time, then yeah, but do you know what I mean? Like, it's Wolf. He's a newish viewer of ours.
Got the headset, has he?
You have a headset, don't you? Sure you do. Or were you gonna find one out, or did you find one out? Could it be on NTV? Could it be on NTV Extra programs? It could be. Are we doing NTV Awards? I don't know now. I think it's got a little late. It's hard to get everyone on at the same time. Yeah,
Is that Will playing
Wolf
keyboard?
does have a mic. It's getting people on, Martin, that's the
Yeah.
thing. At the same time, like, there
Liam,
would always be, like, people what could
is that Will
make
playing
it.
keyboard?
PD or what? Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm with you, but it's getting people on. That's the thing.
What else can he play? Yeah. He's playing Star Wars, here you go. Well, on keyboard.
Oh, and ask him to unmute me so I can hear.
Ashes, can you unmute him so he can hear you play it, Will? What can you play? I read nothing, Kelly.
Yeah, I hear Will now. Alright, alright, Will. I've got one for you. Oh, recent. Oh, no, it don't matter then. Well, I was gonna say one what's like sort of in the past 20 years, but the artist who did it died this year. I was gonna see if you could play
Can you start?
I was gonna see if you could play Children by Robert Miles. Like, I've seen videos like all over YouTube of
Shut
people
up.
playing it on keyboard,
Shut up, Ali.
and you can get notes for it as well. Because I've tried to play it. I've tried to play it myself, but I can't
What can
read
you play?
piano notes. Alright, what about Ed Sheeran's Shape of You? Yeah, I can do the beginning bit of it. Could you make a game stop in that world? Maybe. I'm not American, Ethan. Uh, Levens.
I've got GameStop.
We've we've got game, but not GameStop. Games like the UK one for us. Why would you ever have? Why would you ever have a PD Awards if Park Drive is the only show on NTV? That's technically, yeah. Go on. Yeah, all right. Go on.
He's a good
That
player, isn't he?
actually not bad.
That's not bad. It's good, that is. Can't say it's
I
not bad, it's good, that is.
I like that. Honey on me, come on now, follow me. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, I can only do that beginning bit, but you know, lol.
Good one was.
Trying to think of like, what about
Bob
oh, I've
Dylan.
forgotten who sings it. That New Rules song. What's that? Who sings that New Rules? Yeah, yeah. You know that talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy, out of my mind. You should write a Park Drive theme song. Good idea, I
Well, okay.
suppose.
Welcome to
Oh
Park
yeah.
Drive,
Oh
and
yeah.
to the
Nah.
happy
Nah,
people
nah, that's it,
living
Ant.
a brick
Could
world over there.
Will play the Park Drive theme song on keyboard?
That would be fun. That would be good.
That would be good. Cause what I'd actually like, I'd actually use it as the theme song. Imagine it though. I don't know who sings the original song. Like, all I know is that it's on Share Factory on the PS4.
What's the song called?
It's One More Minute.
Doesn't sound like it says that, you know.
I know. I thought it said gimme just one more night.
I've already said number.
Hello.
Gimme just one more minute. See, I thought it said night. Oh. I think it's I think it's more of a guitar song anyway. Oh, go on then.
What's the plan?
He's doing James Arthur Say You Won't Let Go, I think. I woke you up with some breakfast in bed.
Breakfast in bed.
With the kiss on your head. I'll take the kids to school. Wave them goodbye.
I won't have a clue with this Share Factory at all.
What, how to use it, you mean?
No, I won't have a clue.
It's easy it's easy once you get used to it. Don't know how it would be though. Make an episode completely out of people's ideas. Yeah, that'd work. That would work, Joseph. That would work.
Ask him if he's got a technical coloured dream coat.
Who?
Will.
Joseph.
Why?
Joseph and his technical. Joseph and his technical colourful dream coat, or whatever it's called.
You see, I see.
What about Harry and his bucket full of dinosaurs?
You see, I don't know how to read piano sheets either.
Right down the bottom of them, next to the pub, next to Bridge and Y.
Go on.
Will.
What was it?
No, I can't. I have a ukulele, but I can't play it. Actually, I wonder where that is, speaking of it.
Under your bed, Ash.
I actually wouldn't mind getting that back out sometime. I can play the guitar. That was that, I'll be needing stitches.
How old are them now?
Can you do Bar Bar Black Sheep?
Well. How old are your sisters now? The twins? Bloody hell.
Actually,
I remember when they were born. 7. Fucking hell.
yeah,
I've came second no matter what, Will, and I'm not going to come first, so don't not even say it.
Can you do Happy Birthday, Will?
But your oldest sister's about 15, 16 now. She's 17. Yeah.
You see, these aren't the type of songs I'd be learning to play on the piano. I'd be learning all like the classic dance.
What made you like Bob Dylan?
Well, it's that shaking time again. Well, I'm shaking again.
Move, bully, a minute. Move, bully. Move. You sit right on my legs. It pisses me off. Go on. I love you loads, dog, but, you know, it's not enough to fucking butt fuck you, you know?
Do Alice DJ better off alone?
About a board game tomorrow, Tommy.
Yeah, there will be one during the ad break. An SGS
I've got to be a board game.
clothing advert.
They got me, Will.
I'll be making one very soon. Don't worry about that. I'll be making one very soon.
You've got to take a board game in.
Yeah, give up. Nah.
Right, we haven't got one, have we?
Yeah, give up now.
Give up now, Ash.
You meant me, didn't you? And I only pressed a few
Yes,
keys.
I fucking did.
I only pressed a few keys. Give me chance.
Yeah, that's the only game we've got in it.
Like,
What?
oh, do you know what?
What's a Justin?
There, you happy
You
now?
went a bit out of tune there.
Oh,
Well, we need a good game where we can move last.
That's better. No.
you know. Wait.
No, not really. I'm so happy to only have half a day tomorrow. You look like a little faggot who's got cheese.
There. There. There.
Right.
There you go.
I've got my key.
Right,
Yeah.
we're going to fetch Mark piano. Right, we're going to fetch Mark keyboard.
That wasn't you, was it, Will? Was that you that just did that really fast one?
Yes, it was.
That was a really fast one, you went to do it. So I shoot at you.
Do Incy Wincy Spider.
This person looks like a bus.
What's this one? Oh, that's Jingle Bells again. I know how to do that one now. That's one I do know. You've got to start somewhere.
Oh, my controller's glitched again.
I can't read
Right,
piano
go on, over there.
sheets. That's the thing. I like
go on,
I
yeah.
like them videos though on YouTube where it. I'm gonna fail at this.
But what other videos do you like?
Right.
Liam
Robert
Chambers,
Miles,
football vlogs and
children,
more.
piano. Where's that video? Here it is. Yeah, it's like a video where someone like plays it on a.
Hey, Will, you should do tutorials on YouTube. Why don't you take
There we go.
music?
There we go.
Let's have a go.
You could become a professional keyboarder? That sounds so boring the way I just put that. That's your dream job, isn't it? I swear. No, God, in the roof again. Probably got like a legendary score or something.
Yeah,
What you got? Why ain't you got a gun? I'm not taking the bloody pump shotguns in front of the house. I'm sorry, but
You never play the piano? I'm being serious.
Here we are.
That's me.
Well, I need some help. There's people in this house.
I can play it, Will. Rockstar.
Yeah. It was in the house. Yes.
That's not. You got playing that, are you?
Well, no, I need help here.
I'm watching a video thing and following how to do it.
No, we went straight down.
You can get them up on YouTube
Yeah, I know.
Legend, Will.
and it like shows you what to press and
You got your sniper rifle elimination.
like I am playing these but I'm following a thing. They've got like green and blue things and when they press on the screen
I like pushed him. I pushed him up, so I jumped up here. Then I went round with my shotgun and went twice. Not like 80 of his shield off because he had 100 shield. And then you just went. All I heard was a sniper shot. I was like, no! And then I heard. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. No, because like when you hit a sniper shot, it goes ting.
But yeah. I do want to learn these songs properly.
Did you know that one? If you got a normal AR, there's one in the little like weird house down there, like the one with that you couldn't